All right, boys and girls, we're going to have a lesson on our clock today. So as you see, we have lots of parts that go with our clock. We have the shape of our clock. We have the numbers that go around the clock. We have these two arrows here. We also call them hands. We also have this space here where we can write what time that we see. So let's first talk about the part of the clock that is the shape. Do you remember the shape of the clock? What is that shape right there? That is a circle. That's right. A circle has no edges and it goes around and around. The other thing about our clock is it has numbers. It has numbers that go all the way around in a pattern. And once it goes to the 12, it starts again on the 1 and it goes around. The other part of our clock is it has two hands. No fingers, of course. We have our minute hand and our hour hand. Our minute hand is much longer because it goes faster. Our hour hand has a shorter arrow because it doesn't go as fast. It takes a long time to get through an hour, and it doesn't take a long time to have a minute. So that's why this one is longer. The other part of our clock that we have is this space down here that tells us what time it is digitally. We get to write what we see on the number clock, on the round clock. So let's write the time to the hour. I know you all know how to do this, so let's do it together. So I want to write here, I want to write the hour. The hour is this shorthand, remember. The hour is 8 o'clock. Look at that, 8 o'clock. Now, when we say o'clock, do you remember what numbers we write next? We're going to write a 0 and a 0 for o'clock. So my clock reads 8 o'clock, and down here it reads 8 o'clock as well. Now let's do another one together. Let's see if I can do one that might be a little bit tricky. I'm going to go on this side of my clock. Very good. Now, boys and girls, what is the hour that we see on this clock? The hour is 5 o'clock. Very good. Now, should I ever write my zeros first? No, 0 is never the line leader. So we're going to make sure our number goes first and then our 0 for o'clock. Very good, boys and girls. Now, I want to show you something else. This is a circle, and it looks a lot like a clock, doesn't it? It's a circle. It goes round and round, but half of the clock is red and the other half of the clock is white. We're going to talk about time to the half hour. So when you have a whole hour, the whole clock would be one color. But we're talking about time to the half hour. Maybe you've heard mom or dad say, oh, in 30 minutes it's bedtime, or in 30 minutes it's time to go to school. 30 minutes is half of the clock. We have 30 minutes on this side and 30 minutes on this side. That makes 60 whole minutes. To go around the clock is 60 minutes, 1 hour. So what I want to show you here is what our clock would look like if we went to the half hour. So I have 5 o'clock. Do you remember we just wrote 5 o'clock? I'm going to write my 5. That's the hour. But now my minute hand is going to move, and instead of staying put, it's going to go all the way down, and it is going to point to my 6. Let me fix this because this hand is sticky. Now, my minute hand is pointing all the way down to the 6. Do you see the 6? I'll let it peek at you for a minute. There's a 6 there. But when we count around the clock, we count by 5s. Do you remember that? Boys and girls, do you remember counting by 5s? Let's try it together. Okay, let's start with number 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. When the minute hand is pointing to the 6, hi 6, that means that half of the hour has passed. And half of the hour is 30. So I'm going to write 5:30. 5:30. That's half past 5. You might have heard mom or dad say that before. Let's try one more. Now, when you remember that we count our clock by fives, just like we count nickels, we count each number like it was 5. Are you ready? Let's do it together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, what do I write here? Do I write the 30 here? No, those are the minutes. The hour always comes first. We're going to write a 7, and it's not pointing up here at the 12 to say o'clock. It's pointing down here at the 6. There's the 6. Hi, 6. And we're going to write 3 and 0 for 30. And our clock reads 7:30. And that's how we write time to the half hour.